Welcome to Concacaf Nations League. Bonaire. Welcome to Bonaire. It's El Salvador versus Bonaire tonight. A beautiful night here in Rincon, Bonaire. Your pitch conditions, 85 degrees. The winds are light and an 82% chance of rain. Hopefully, it will hold off. I am Jamie Watson, honored and thrilled to be here with you for this one. Let's take a look at our League B Group A standings. It is the Vinci Heat with 4 points with a 2-0 win over Montserrat earlier. And tonight, El Salvador can leap the table with the 3 points to get to 6 to go into first place. We shall find out. But Bonaire, on their home turf, will see if they can do everything to stop that from happening and get 3 points themselves. It is a very chill atmosphere here in Bonaire. You can see the stands have filled up for some Sunday night football, the real Sunday night football. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else. El Salvador coming into this one ranked number 12 in CONCACAF, and Bonaire comes in ranked 32. Anything can happen, and that is why we play the games. We are waiting for the traditional walkout to procession and the pomp and the circumstance that I love. You will hear the anthems for both sides, and I like to tell you the names of the anthems. And for Bonaire, it is Country of Sun and Gentle Breeze, which is exactly what it is tonight. Their national motto, come as a visitor, leave as a friend. For El Salvador, it is Himno Nacional de El Salvador is the name of their national anthem. Their national motto, God, Union, and Liberty. Their nickname, of course, is La Selecta. Perhaps we should come up with a nickname for Bonaire. They do not have one. So that's what's going to happen. The referees will lead the procession. The captains will follow with flags in their hands that they will exchange later. After your captains will always be the goalkeepers, and then after the goalkeepers will be the remaining starting, 9 players. The CONCACAF song, which is always enjoyable and uplifting and inspiring, will lead the players out to midfield, where we will then play the national anthems, for which I will be silent to honor each country's national anthem. It's always a joy to watch the players sing the national anthem. And we begin with CONCACAF and their walkout song. We will meet our officials shortly and introduce you to the starting lineups. I'll catch you on the other side of the national anthems. and also important, obviously, the shaking of the hands, the spirit of the beautiful game of football, the laws to be abided by, the officials who we will meet shortly, charged with keeping the players safe on the pitch, and so they shall do. The players will take their starting 11 photo in their national team jersey, always exciting. Of course, El Salvador in the blue, and Bonaire in the all whites. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup for David Donya and El Salvador. Mario Gonzalez also wearing the captain's armband, the 6-footer with 38 caps, minding the nets, I should say. Number 17 in the midfield, Jairo Enriquez with 4 goals. And up top in the number 9, the forward, Emerson Saul Mauricio. Our match officials today from Costa Rica, Steven Madrigal, Juan Carlos Mora from Costa Rica, Henry Papayro from Nicaragua, and Benjamin Pineda from Costa Rica. Captains exchanging their flags, a lovely part of the tradition, as is the photographs with the officials. Nothing quite like game day. Everybody thrilled to get this one going. And for Coach Rylov Jenga, we have for Bonaire in goal, Denyor Cecilia, the 6-footer. Number 10 in the midfield, Jort van der Sand. And also the goal scorer from the last game, number 21, Quincy Hogue, the big man, running up top. These two teams actually met on March 20th of 2024 in Washington, D.C., believe it or not, and it was a 1-1 draw. Prayers are up. May everyone be safe and uninjured, and let's have a good game between both of these here in the 4th edition of Concacaf Nations League. It will be Bonaire starting. Our lead official, Steven Madrigal, will blow the whistle to get this one underway. And we are underway here in Rincon, Bonaire. Bonaire in the all whites, moving left to right on your dial, and El Salvador in the all blues, moving in the opposite direction. Games have been played, 37 group stage matches started on September 4th and will go through Tuesday, September 10th. And then more competition in October and November during the FIFA windows. And the CNL, the CONCACAF Nation League, serves as a qualifier for next summer's 2025 CONCACAF Gold Cup. So much exciting football to be played in the next couple of years. For all you football fans out there, Men's World Cup in 26, Women's in 27, the Olympics in 28 in Los Angeles. I, for one, am thrilled. And of course, we just came off the Paris Olympics. Congratulations to the United States women's national team for winning gold over Brazil. As you can see, a good crowd here on hand for Sunday Night Football under the lights. As a player, it just doesn't get any better than that. And Bonaire, there's a right-footed shot. A rocket by one of our players to watch, number 10, Jork van der Sand. Plays for ADO Den Haag in his club time. Let's take a look at a replay. He knew exactly what he wanted to do on that touch. Just has to get his chest and knee over the ball, toe down, strike with the laces. As the percussion begins, we had a little Baby I Love Your Way by Big Mountain pregame, and now we have percussion that I suspect will carry us through the entire match. That's number 8 for Bonaire, Barry Sonnenschein. What a player. Had a great game against St. Vincent and the Grenadines, playing in that left back position. An early ball into the box by El Salvador is cleared by Bonaire. And that is Tereso Benitez for El Salvador to throw it in. Cartagena plays it out wide. There's a service that, not sure what that was, but it's out of bounds. Goal kick coming out. So we get a good close-up look of Ginelle Rondet getting the start tonight. Just one change for the Bonaire lineup, and it is Mr. Rondet who makes the start. Just 22 years of age, 4 caps for him, as we get a good look at Denyor Cecilia, the 6-footer, the goalkeeper. Plays for NEC Nijmegen. And that is a foul on El Salvador. Ten yards is the rule, as we'll watch the foul one more time. Right there, pulling on the jersey of Jimenez, turning him sideways. And that is the captain for Bonaire, number 3, Marcelin Poirier, taking that free kick. That'll be a goal kick for El Salvador. Bonaire making their League B debut. They had one game prior to this, obviously, but now they're in the box. Goalkeeper's out. Served into the box and headed, and a rocket. It's blocked. Incredible. Chaos to start in the 6th minute. Somehow El Salvador keeps that ball from going into the back of the net. This is the Chaos After Dark version for Concacaf Nations League. But there's a shot by Rowendley Martin. Cartagena clears it for El Salvador. It's Jorge Cruz. Martinez. Back over to Jorge Cruz. And they'll go all the way back. To keeper Mario Gonzalez, plays for Alianza FC. Martinez, dispossessed. It's Hove playing it back to Puriel. Good hustle, ball well won by Bonaire. Aiden Climico plays for Santos de Huapeles. Jorge Cruz down the left flank, trying to keep it in, and he does. Ball played into the box. That ball is like it was deflected. Indeed it was. It'll be the first corner kick of the night for El Salvador. Watch this replay. That's just a lovely turn by Menjivar. Leonardo Menjivar created space for himself with that brilliant move. Got a shot off, deflected. El Salvador showing short, and indeed they will play short. All the way back to Cartagena, to Cruz. And it is shepherded over the end line beautifully by Bonaire. Goal kick. That is Van der Sande. He was everywhere in the St. Vincent and the Grenadines game, which was a 1-1 draw, well-fought, hard-fought match right here in this very stadium, Antonio Trinidad. Bonaire listed as a 3-5-2 formation. And El Salvador a 5-4-1, but lineups more consistently as we look at the captain, Marcelin Poirier. He has played every minute so far in this Concacaf Nations League tournament. The 41 teams have been divided into 3 leagues, and there are 16 teams in League B, which is what you are currently watching right now. And there are 4 stadiums, 4 countries that are hosting the 4 groups. Of course, Group A, right here in Bonaire. Group B, in Grenada, Group C in Puerto Rico, and Group D is in Antigua and Barbuda. Thank you for your hospitality. Sonnenschein falls down, but service easy to handle for Denyor Sicilia. Once again, our head coaches for El Salvador, D. Doniga, and for Bonaire, it's Rylov Jenga. Climico back to Cruz. Cartagena, they are favoring this left side to attack. Bonaire. Throw in for El Salvador. And it'll be Nelson Blanco to throw it in. A 25-year-old with 9 caps. What a run by Sonnenschein. He was playing in the left back position, not afraid to go forward. Some real good fluidity in the ability to change position for Bonaire. Good shielding by Rayleigh Martin. Sonnenschein once again will throw it in for Bonaire. 14th minute, scoreless. Both teams still trying to get settled in this one. Christian Martinez plays it out wide. Now the ball coming near side once more. The left flank. Intercepted. Tackle from behind, outside of the box. Easy call to make. And the yellow card is given. He got the wrong guy. It goes on Ronde, number 15, the yellow. As we watch the replay here. He gives it to 7, but it was Ronde. Rowendley Martin. No, not me. What? No. Fortunately, the officials, they have earpieces. They can speak to each other. It's just important to get it right in the end. So, a fairly dangerous position, obviously, about 19 yards, if that, 18 and a half. You see the flag above the goal. See how the wind is blowing away from the set piece taker. Denyor Sicilia setting up the wall. And they went right over the wall, Enriquez did. Punched out by the keeper. Pyro with some great foot skills, you could hear. And that one just, fortunately, across the mouth of the goal and over the end line for a goal kick. El Salvador getting quite a few touches in the attacking third. 2 shots so far apiece for each team. Ball possession, 54% to El Salvador and 46%. I think that's spot on. Good crowd on hand here to see the home side Good support. Vandersand. Out wide to Martin. Playing it forward. Number 19, Jonathan Labania, 12 caps, 2 goals for him. 23-year-old charged with getting behind defenses and scoring goals for Bonaire. And it's good clinical tackle. Ball first. No foul call. Long throw in for Bonaire. Cleared by El Salvador. And the counter was on, but that ball too heavy. And well done by Stephen Madrigal, the referees getting in between some talking. There you can see the big man up top, Hove, Quincy Hove. Scored in the last game. Just 21 years of age. And that ball thrown to the PK spot, but cleared by Bonaire. And it's a foot race. A 15-on-15 battle. And a foul called on 15 for Bonaire. Grande charged with the foul. Throw in for El Salvador after all the huffing and puffing. Cartagena down the left flank, intercepted. Another great overlapping run from Sonnenschein. So often the center backs, the wing back runs forward, and that'll be a foul. Often go unmarked. Forwards oftentimes don't run with the wing backs forward, and that creates a numerical advantage, which is why they do it. And Sonnenschein excels at getting forward. Here's the foul on Quincy Hove. Plays for FC Volendam. Quick restart, we'll head the other way. I suppose that was a shot on goal. Not much chance that one going in from that distance. 3 shots to 2 in favor of El Salvador. They do come in ranked 12th in Concacaf. Bonaire ranked 32nd. Take what you will from that. Benitez to throw it in. They want a handball, they're not going to get it. Good pressure by Martin. Throw in for Bonaire. As we see Aiden Climaco. As the percussion begins, good look at the Mario Gonzalez, the goalkeeper for El Salvador, also their captain. You can see the high press from Bonaire. And that's one way to relieve pressure. Turnover. Play on. It's Sonnenscheid on the left flank, back to Van der Sand. He'll change the point of attack to Martin. Cartagena will go play it back, slow it down, take their time. Hydro, Enriquez on the ball. Cartagena. Popped up into the air by Poirier. Skillfully headed out by Bonaire. Libania to Hove. Back to Sonnenschein. Comes Bonaire, attacking down that left flank. Dispossessed in the box by El Salvador. Menjivar turns it over. Much of this game being played between the boxes. Van der Sand to Hove. Can he catch up to it? He does. Out in the left channel. Big service. All the way to the opposite side of the field. It'll go over the sideline. Throw in for El Salvador. Can't help but wonder if the wind helped carry some of that. Good call, foul on Jeffrey Puriel, 21-year-old on El Salvador. He was beaten. I suppose we'll call that a professional foul right there. And right into the arms of Cecilia. There have been so many quality matches in this Concacaf Nations League tournament. Just go to Concacaf.com to catch up on all of the action. So much talent in this league. And here comes El Salvador into the attacking third once again. And too heavy of a touch, driving to the end line. It'll be a goal kick coming out. Cecilia. Call fouled on El Salvador. Menivar. That will be too strong. Of course, El Salvador beat Montserrat 4-1, as we saw on the tables at the top of the broadcast. El Salvador once again, ball rolling across the mouth of the goal. No one home. Ball blocked by Cartagena. Trying to trap Bonaire, and they do so. Called on the foul to be another dangerous set piece, as Ronde unable to escape and then commits the foul. Those 4 goals that La Selecta scored was the most in a Nations League match so far. Okay, it's Nelson Blanco over it. And they'll go short. Christian Martinez in the 14 jersey gives it up. Dispossessed. I'm not sure who that was to, but it is recovered by El Salvador. And so far, Bonaire dominant in the air. Certainly have a height advantage. Foul call by lead official Steven Madrigal on Van der Sand. He doesn't believe it, but it's true. Free kick, El Salvador. The knocking of late. Knock, knock.
Huh? Wow.
Here is the foul.
Huh?
Really wasn't a whole lot there, but I suppose that right arm extended into the side is worthy of a foul call. Anytime the arms get extended in a pushing fashion, you should expect a whistle. El Salvador in the box, in the 6, outside netting. Deflected. The second corner kick for El Salvador coming up. And Jairo Enriquez, 41 caps and 4 goals. He is making headway. Plays for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. And they'll go short once again. And the offside flag is up. This is Bonaire's first match against a Central American team in their international match history. They did play a friendly, of course. I mentioned, on March 20th of 2024, a 1-1 draw in Washington, D.C., and I can see why. It's been a very close match so far here. Hear the home crowd, and a yellow card is given to number 4, Jorge Cruz. And we talk about this all the time, but it matters. When you're playing on a yellow card, you cannot defend the way you typically do. And now Cruz has to be careful the rest of the match. We've already seen it in this tournament. We've seen a dog-so red card. Plenty of yellow cards. And Jove is still slow to get up, still on the ground, in fact. You can see the position of the ball. It's like about 30 yards out. Ticky-tacky stuff going on. And I believe that's the captain. No, that's number 7. Rowenley Martin, the 26-year-old, plays for Feyenoord Rotterdam. Feyenoord. Left-footed. Headed out beautifully, a diving header by El Salvador. And Cecilia Anderson. Served into the box. Grabbed by Mario Gonzalez. The lights have gone out, folks. What is this, Super Bowl 47? If you remember the Ravens against the 49ers, and there was a 35-minute delay. This Concacaf Nations League tournament has had everything. Red cards, yellow cards, dog-sos. And now, the night the light went out in Bonaire. Who's going to write that song? And of course, music ensues. And the lights have come back on. Well, that was fast. Somebody was having a little fun. Beyonce is not performing here. She was performing at halftime when the lights went out, and some say she was so good that it knocked the lights out. And she was amazing, by the way, having been there in person. All right, back to live action. We are going to have our lead official, Stephen Madrigal, drop it to the ground to El Salvador. That is Melvin Cruz, not to be confused with Jorge Cruz. Lovely turn by Jimenez. Ro Wendley. Left-footed service. Can he find him? Hove. Big man target up top. But the accuracy not quite there. Sonnenschein. Vandersand. Out wide once more to Ronde. Big blast by the captain, deflected by Mauricio. Throw in for Bonaire. Look at those stats. Successful passes, 90 to 82. Ball possession, 51 to 49. Doesn't get much closer than that, folks. Guriel. Sonnenschein. That is Puriel right there in the 11 jersey. And too far ahead. Goal kick coming out for El Salvador. 39th minute. Talk about big five moments. First five, last five of each half. Many goals are scored during them. Keep your eye out for that. Talked about at all levels, from amateur to pro, the big five moments. Ronde cleared by Bonaire under heavy pressure from El Salvador. There have been moments of direct play over the top, moments of matriculating on the ground through the thirds. As we get a good close-up look at number 19, that's Nelson Blanco. 25-year-old with 9 caps. This crowd just waiting on the edge of their seat for Bonaire to score so they can have something to cheer about. And it would be quite the feather in Bonaire's cap to get 3 points here. There's a long ball over the top, but I suspect offside. Flag is indeed up. Our assistant referee, Juan Carlos Mora from Costa Rica. And indeed, we are in the second big five moment of this game. Will either side cash in? Another yellow card is handed out to number 19 of Bonaire. That's Jonathan Libania. That will be the second yellow card on Bonaire. Jorge Cruz has a yellow card for El Salvador. 3 total. 6 total shots, 4 for El Salvador, 2 for Bonaire. Down the right flank, La Selecta.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Anthems is the number 19.
Goal kick coming out for Bonaire, well defended. When we kicked off at 9 p.m., it was 88 degrees, hopefully cooling off a little bit. Beautiful touches by Van der Sande. Good look at the crowd on hand. Looks pretty packed to me. Sunday night under the lights here in Bonaire. Flag stays down. Ball in play. Foul call given. Free kick for El Salvador. Easy call. The official helps the young man up. Number 17 for El Salvador, Jairo Enriquez. There's a good look. The big man, Quincy Hove, number 21 for Bonaire. A wonderful target for Bonaire when they're attacking in the penalty box. Well run down, but that cross handled by Cecilia. Get a feel for the wind looking at the keeper's jersey. I think Bonaire would be pleased to go into the half level with El Salvador.
Cuidado, cuidado.
It's a lovely move down the flank. Absolutely tremendous job. Doing his job is Rowendley Martin. And it'll be a corner kick for Bonaire, the first of the evening. Head coach Ryla Janga asking him to slow down. We are expecting 3 minutes of stoppage time. Keep an eye out for Hove, the big man, 21.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Low driven ball to the near post, but wrong color. El Salvador heads it out of bounds, and there you saw the 3 minutes from our fourth official, Benjamin Pineda from Costa Rica. He is in charge of extra time and substitutions. Van der Sande. Low driven ball in. I think he was trying to draw a corner kick. Puriel played out to Sonnenschein. Down the left flank and mishit it. Barry Sonnenschein plays for Vitesse, the 30-year-old in his club time. El Salvador draws a corner kick, set piece, and a big five moment, double whammy. It's the third corner kick of this half for El Salvador. And they went short last time. Blanco and Enriquez showing short. Some shenanigans going on between the players. Madrigal, our lead official, trying to step in. The assistant referee coming over. Both of them off of their lines. There's always pushing and shoving going on in front of the goal on these corner kicks. If you see the corner flag, looks like the wind is moving left to right, so into the wind for this kick. Oh my, it's in. El Salvador takes the lead, 1-0, and it's number 19. What a service. Nelson Blanco. Oh my, that ball was dipping. It looks like an own goal by Hove, but the English he put on that ball. 45 plus 3, and there you have it, folks. Don't laugh at me about those big 5 moments. I hope they credit Blanco. Good. His own goal business. Nelson Blanco plays for San Antonio FC. And right at the death, El Salvador takes a 1-0 lead on the goal by Nelson Blanco, the 25-year-old at 45 plus 3. Whew. Very tight, entertaining first half. Don't go anywhere, folks. When we come back, we will have first half highlights for you and statistics. Stay with us. ready for the ball. And now that we have seen the officials make it back to the pitch, it'll shortly be a few moments before we get this second 45 underway. The previous edition of the CNL, which took place last fall and March 2024, concluded, if you all remember, in AT&T Stadium in Dallas. 59,000 fans watched the United States beat Mexico 2-0 to claim their third straight CNL crown. You saw Christian Pulisic lifting up the trophy. We will see who is going to win in 2025. The final will be held in March. Last year, history was made, however, in the third place match. Jamaica clinched a 1-0 victory over Panama, making history as the first Caribbean team to secure a podium finish. Congratulations to Jamaica. And El Salvador just about ready to go here. El Salvador will kick off. And indeed, we are underway. Second half. El Salvador in the blue tops, Bonaire in the whites. And that was Melvin Cruz going route one down the right flank, trying to hook up with Benitez. Christian Martinez marshaling the midfield. And our substitute onto the pitch for El Salvador, number 16, Elias Rivas, 26-year-old, comes in for Melvin Cartagena. Also onto the pitch for Bonaire, number 16. A pair of 16s coming on. Richarger Oleana for Bonaire, now in. So far, one sub for each side. There's the big man, Quincy Hove, just 21. Went high up to try to head that corner kick away from danger and instead headed it into his own goal. Unfortunate, but it happens. And that time, simply Jorge Cruz gives away a corner kick, the second of the match to Bonaire, as Rowenli Martin jogs over. And if you see the flags, it's going to be a left-footed in-swinger into the wind. Exactly where El Salvador was when they capitalized in the 45th +3. Nice dipping ball. Do it again. Served in, and oh, dangerous, as Benitez was facing his own goal and took a swing. Fortunately, went over the crossbar. So very fortunate. That is why you play balls into danger. Anything can happen. And we'll do it again, the third corner kick. Oh, what a save! My goodness, Mario Gonzalez. There's a lot of action on that service. Some heat, some spin, some relish. Oh, this is the foul. I was hoping we'd get to see that save one more time. And that is Christian Martinez committing the foul. And these set pieces are going to be dangerous, folks, because Bonaire has a serious height advantage over El Salvador. And the goalkeeper is down. Hopefully we'll get a chance to see that. It's almost like Gonzalez was surprised. And he apparently takes a facial. The ball does make the save with his face. But Bonaire is knocking early in this one. Of course, anytime a ball to the head is going to stop play or any injury. Oh, here it is. Watch the action. Just gets his arms out. Tremendous play by Mario Gonzalez, the captain, the 6-footer, 38 caps, veteran, 27 years of age. And here comes Bonaire one more time. Free kick. Low-driven ball. Good idea. There's Hove. Sonnenschein. And he's looking for the far post runner, but hits the goalkeeper instead. And you can see El Salvador high pressing in these first few moments of the second half. You see this tactic quite a bit. You pick a certain 5 or 10 minutes to go all out with the high pressure in your attacking third, hoping to get a turnover and then convert. Ball still in play. Foul on El Salvador, on Rowendley Martin. He has been very active in this match for Bonaire. One more time as he beats his man. And then the professional foul occurs. Martin, low-driven ball. And we will do it again. Another corner kick, the fourth. Love those low-driven balls, especially in the wind. Keep it down, out. And any redirect is a dipping ball down. Oh, what an opportunity for Bonaire. Oh. And it just goes wide left, but really clean look at the frame. Oof. Sonnenschein. Throwing for El Salvador. It's Benitez. And Sonnenschein clips the heels of the number 16, Elias Rivas, who just came onto the pitch. Take a look at it one more time. It seems somewhat unintentional. So it's Blanco standing over it, along with Enriquez, the captain. Heads it out. Goalkeeper able to pick it up, Daniel Cecilia. And my eye spies number 8, Brian Landaverde on the pitch for El Salvador. He certainly is a threat in the 8 jersey. 20 caps for the 29-year-old. Throw in for El Salvador, I'm sorry, throw in for Bonaire. We'll go the other way. Just joining us, a Big 5 moment goal, 45 plus 3 in the first half. An own goal given to Quincy Hove, but I personally would like to credit the corner kick taker, Nelson Blanco. He served in a ball with a lot of spin that was dipping. Had a lot of movement on it, and Hove just unable to clear it, but went right into his own goal. Salvador right down Broadway, and an errant shot by Benitez. Just a yard too short on that pass, intercepted by El Salvador. There's a ball over the top, and so close for Nelson Blanco. Headed it down and was almost a problem for Cecilia, but Jonathan Labagna already on a yellow card. 10 fouls for Bonaire, 8 for El Salvador. The free kick, I believe, is going to go to El Salvador. Well, really should be a Benitez, yeah. The free kick will go to Bonaire. Jeffrey Puriel to come up to take the kick, plays for Almere City. 21-year-old. Look for the big men. Vandersand gets a head on it, takes a hit. And El Salvador on the counter. Look at the hustle by Hove. Tremendous. Number 9 coming all the way back to make that tackle. Mark it down. And the handball is called on Rowendley Martin. And Van der Sand having words about that last service he took to the head. He wanted a foul call, I guess, but that would have been a PK, and I just don't think Steven Madrigal agreed. Our lead official. And here's your handball. Just because you go to the ground doesn't mean you can cradle it. Briefly saw a substitute there. Number 13 in for number 10 has to be for Bonaire. But for now, Van der Sand waves the coach. No, I'm good. Don't take me off the pitch. Blanken will have to sit down.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Substitution for El Salvador.
El Salvador in the box and easily put away. The flag stays down. Goal! El Salvador. Mauricio in the 60th minute. El Salvador 2. Bonaire 0, and the seam pass. Gorgeous goal by Mauricio.
Jorge, ordenado, Jorge. Jorge.
What a finish by Mauricio. Plays for Alianza FC. Onto the pitch for Bonaire, number 9, Mervin Dishmay. 2 caps, just 17 years old. And also number 18, Audrey Cerbery. 3 caps for the 32-year-old, also in.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Substitution for the man in 61 minutes. Leading the league, number 6, Trenidat, and with the game number 18, Anderson Davis. Also leading the game,
Sonnenschein to take the throw.
Lorenzi Montaigne, and with the game number 9.
We've got another substitute. Coming onto the pitch for El Salvador, number 5, Kevin Reyes. Also number 10, Kevin Santamaria. Santamaria, the 33-year-old in the 10 jersey, jogs on. Reyes plays for CD Aguila. He's 27. Rowenley Martin will be relieved of his duties on the pitch. He played extremely well.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Substitution for El Salvador at 52 minutes. Leading the game, number 6, Felix Rodriguez, and with the game number 5, Cameron Reyes. Also leading the game, number 4, George Cruz, and with the game number 10, Kevin Santamaria.
that'll be a throw in for Bonaire. 64th minute. El Salvador 2, Bonaire 0. 10 total shots. 6 for El Salvador. Vandersand. And all over the pitch in the middle of the park for Bonaire. Martinez to play to the goalkeeper Gonzalez. He will launch it past midfield. A handball call on Hove. Be an El Salvador free kick. Martinez, the ball at his feet. Plays for CS Cartagenas. Bonaire doing quite a bit of chasing at this point. There are your goals, your goal scorers. One in the first half, one in the second half. And Bonaire pulled down by the shirt. Melvin Cruz charged with the foul. And this shirt tug will always get you a foul, could get you a yellow card. But I don't believe a card was shown. He will have words. He does it again, and that's when the card will come out. Or how about now? Book it, Dano. Melvin Cruz, number 3, the recipient of the 4th yellow card in this match, 2 on each side. Chip, oh, punched out by the goalkeeper. And set piece taken by Saburi. Audrey Saburi plays for Estrellas. Salvador coming down. Rivas looking for Mauricio. Throwing for Bonaire to Hove. Oh, the crowd loves that beautiful footwork. Big shout to Hove. Here comes Sonnenschein. The right foot. Oh, he doesn't take the shot. So unselfish. Vandersand, he will. Blocked. Well defended by El Salvador. It's Rayleigh march. Sonnenschein, right-footed shot, another block. Throw into El Salvador. The crowd doesn't like the call, the home side. The Bonaire fans cheering for their team to pull one back. Another foul on Bonaire. They are racking up 12 on Bonaire, 10 on El Salvador. '70th minute. Temperatures rising here, and a yellow card shown to number 16. That's Rishajer Oliena, who stepped in recently in the second half. The fifth yellow card of this match. 3 on Bonaire, 2 on El Salvador. The push on Vandersand called. Foul. It'll be a free kick for El Salvador. Oh, forgive me, it was number 17 that got the yellow card. Jairo Henriquez. So they both, of course, they were both fighting. So Jairo Henriquez gets the yellow card for El Salvador. So 3 aside, 6 yellow cards. Got to do what you have to do to keep the players safe out there. And you hope that showing multiple cards is one way of doing it. Foul from behind. Bonaire arguing there, falling a little too easily. But I do think that was a foul. And we will have another substitution. Number 14 coming onto the pitch for Bonaire, Nathan Van Amamen.
Your attention please.
29-year-old plays for Real Rincon.
Leading the game number 19, Jonathan Lubiana. Entering the game number 14, Nathan Alderman.
Four subs now for Bonaire. That right-footed shot is blocked. Play on, says the official. And now a foul on El Salvador. 25 fouls racking up here in the second half, 75th minute. Bonaire still looking to pull one back. Play on. Sonnenschein to Vandersand. Beautiful footwork. It's Hove in the box. Not given. Certainly was an opportunity. Have to see the replay. But no PK given on the takedown. Cecilia handles that easily. El Salvador has been very effective in pressing in the defensive third of Bonaire, causing turnovers, making it difficult for Bonaire to get out of their defensive third. And that'll be a throw-in for Bonaire as you see the scoreboard. Hove, the own goal in the first half, and a gorgeous goal by Emerson Saul Mauricio to double the lead for El Salvador. Crowd getting a little restless here. A beautiful Sunday night in Rincon, Bonaire, hosting unfortunately throwing stuff on the pitch. Never a good idea. Pretty big shove there by number 9, Mervin Dishmay. And onto the pitch, I missed Alexander Laren, number 13, came on earlier. 78 caps for Laren, 7 goals for the 32-year-old. Brings a lot of veteran presence on that back line for El Salvador. He's throwing the ball in right now. Five substitutes for El Salvador. Beautiful outside of the foot pass by Vandersand. Sonnenschein short on that pass. And that was really Martin who, the fourth corner kick for Bonaire, it was Martin who had a good clean look to get the equalizer on the header, but it went wide left. Ball position still around 50-50, but it feels like El Salvador has gained momentum in the second part of this second half, specifically after Mauricio scored in the 60th minute. Took a little bit of wind out of their sails. There's a left-footed shot, low and driven, and Cecilia picks it up. And Enriquez, once that one back, didn't quite get all of it. 7 shots for El Salvador and just 4 for Bonaire. And if you recall, 4 was the number at halftime, so no shots. Bonaire needs to get some more shots on goal. Try to get back into this one, still time. As that sails over the end line, goal kick for El Salvador. Play on. Bonaire on the right flank. They'll change fields. Finally getting the ball to their big man who's injured, comes up limping there. Quincy Hove. Getting late in this one, 82nd minute, a lot of fouls, 26 as of now. And you gotta believe fitness be playing a part. Temperature still in the 80s. Just El Salvador capitalizing on a couple of moments to get their 2 goals, and obviously one was an own goal, but they had worked to get the corner kick, which was a really terrific service by Blanco, and the own goal occurred as Hove unable to handle the header. And the second goal was a couple of seam passes, just beautiful execution by Mauricio. Cerberry over to Van der Sand. Midfielders everywhere in support. Back to Rayleigh Martin. Sonic shot. Oh, wow, look how high up. There's the left-footed shot and a deflection. It'll be the 5th corner kick for Bonaire in this contest. So that tells you they've had some good opportunities to draw these corner kicks. The of course, looking at Hove and Sonnenschein, who are over 6 feet tall. Vandersand. Got some really good targets for Bonaire to pull one back with the wind. The crowd, the percussion, the service. And Gonzalez gets a hand on it, but Bonaire on the ball, far side, looking to serve it right back in. Headed out by El Salvador, and they are on the counterattack. And we go 1v1 with the goalkeeper, and just wide left, Enriquez. Almost made it 3-0. Tremendous counterattack by El Salvador. And well played by Cecilia to cut down that angle, force that ball wide left. Denyor, Cecilia, the 6-footer, just 17 years of age. The future is bright for the Bonaire goalkeeping squad.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are starting Bonaire, number 18 and this is rated at 85 minutes.
And that foul on El Salvador. As you recap the scoring for you, as we enter the final Big Five moment, the final 5 of the second half, 4th of 4. Uriel, Vandersand, the service into the box, the big man headed it down. And the keeper is able to jump on top of it. Good forward movement by Bonaire. They moved with some pace. And the big man, Hove, heads it back down to Puriel, 21-year-old. Well played. Vandersand looking for his target. Sonnenschein. Down the right flank. Bonaire still attacking, in possession. Play on, advantage, says Madrigal. Bonaire, far post service, stays in, no one home. And for El Salvador, number 5. About to come in is Kevin Reyes. And there was Martin looking for the big man, but over his head. And there is your substitution. Reyes in for Rivas. Oh, my mistake. Not for El Salvador, it's for Bonaire. It's Jerneth Clara coming onto the pitch. And Oleana steps off. Jerneth Clara plays for Club Uruguay, 22 years of age. Vandersand on the ball.
start. We are attention to substitution for the Bonaire team in this evening. Leaving the game number and the game number 5 with red flag.
There's a good look at Sonnenschein. 8 caps, a goal in his international career with Bonaire. Sonnenschein, outside of the left foot, little too much heat on that. +90th minute, we're expecting +5, 5 additional minutes. Anything can happen. I'm sure the home side fans would love to see a goal for Bonaire. Down the right flank, into some space. Bonaire goes at end line, and they draw yet again their 6th corner kick. They have had their moments attacking. That is Mervin Dishmay, also plays for Uruguay. Lots of big targets. There are your 5 additional minutes. Service, and it goes in! Van der Sand rises high. El Salvador 2, Bonaire 1. How about those big 5 goals? How about it? 90+1. Van der Sand, gorgeous goal. A thing of beauty. Put it on a reel and replay it, and the crowd has something to cheer about. The man in the 10 jersey makes it count. And now they play with some urgency to try to get the equalizer. Talked all game long about set pieces and big 5-moment goals and the big targets for Bonaire and actually finishing, and it all came together beautifully on that goal. And still plenty of time to get an equalizer. El Salvador with the throw. Killing as much time as they can. There's an over-the-top ball. Here comes Hove. And well defended by Christian Martinez. Sonnenschein. Throw in for Bonaire as they push forward. Crowd into it. More cowbell. More percussion. How about some high drama here in Rincon? the art of killing a game. Santa Maria on the ball. He'll play it far post. That'll be a goal kick. About a minute to go. Cecilia with the blast. Good idea to loft the ball in the air. In the attacking third, Bonaire with an aerial advantage. And they get the equalizer. And El Salvador doing a nice job of getting their head on it. And that foul is called. Push from behind. And there is your final whistle. Heck of an effort from Bonaire. El Salvador takes this one 2-1. Goal in the first half, an own goal actually by Hove. And then second half goals, Mauricio for El Salvador, and of course Vandersand with the late getting one back for Bonaire. And that is your final score here. El Salvador 2, Bonaire 1. Don't go anywhere, folks. When we come back, we will show you all of it. Full-time match highlights and statistics. Stay with us. And welcome back. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. What a football game this was. Thoroughly enjoyed the competitive nature and the talent that was on the pitch today between El Salvador and Bonaire. This is the procession, the Concacaf song to which they walk out, and then each team honoring their national anthems. The perfect pregame preparation. The nerves are flowing, national team kids are on, handshakes are happening. And that is Steven Madrigal from Costa Rica. Did a wonderful job tonight keeping the peace on the pitch. Early on, it was goalkeeper Gonzalez that got out of the goal, and fortunately, look at that arm save right there. Gonzalez, in the end, did make some terrific saves. There you saw the right forearm with the save, worthy of a repeat. And foul from behind, worthy of the yellow card. There were 6 of them in this match. Physical all game long, as you might expect between the competitive natures of these two teams. And here's the goal, dipping ball, and the own goal as Cecilia comes out and Hove was trying to clear it, some confusion in the own goal given in the 45th plus third minute of the first half. And of course, Mauricio does not miss on that. I mean, just cool as you can be. Mauricio in the 60th minute in the second half doubles the lead for El Salvador. Sort of took a little bit of the wind out of the sails of Bonaire, but they didn't quit. They didn't stop. They kept playing hard. And another yellow card given. As I mentioned, 28 fouls, and there's a near miss by Jairo Enriquez. Frustrated that he missed that. And then the service and the goal by Anderson. What a thing of beauty, finally. The fans had something to cheer about, my goodness. And it was really a well-played match, in my opinion. El Salvador does take this one 2-1. Look at your full-time stats. 18 shots, 9 apiece, of course. And there you see the 27 fouls. Ball possession in favor of Bonaire, but it really felt like El Salvador was in command of this game for much of it. Bonaire gets that late goal by Van der Sand and a respectable finish. El Salvador takes the 3 points, and guess what? They go to the top of the group over the Vinci Heat, St. Vincent, and the Grenadines. And it's time for me to say thank you to our producers, Diego Rengifo and Ryan Young. Thank you so much all for joining us. I'm Jamie Watson saying so long. Have a good evening, everyone.